The 2022 Genesis G70 is Genesis's revamped sport luxury sedan, and it comes out swinging. It has a ton of features, incredible materials, and all at a very good price point. And if you were to compare the Genesis G70 versus, say, some of its German competitors, the value per dollar is so much more there. It feels like a cheat code in comparison. When it comes to options, drivability, fun factor, comfort, you will not get pretty much a better value per dollar than with the G70 when it comes to a sports sedan. So let's go for a drive and find out what this car is all about. The G70 also follows the same design language as the GV80 and the G80 with its crest grille and its quad lamps. The G70 actually has two engine options available. One is the 2.0-liter four-cylinder turbo that pushes 252 horsepower, and the other engine available is the 3.3-liter twin turbocharged V6 engine that pushes 365 horsepower with 376 foot-pounds of torque. Also with the G70, rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive is available. And along with that, you also have the mechanical limited slip differential that is available as well. But today we're driving the 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6, which has a very harmonic sound to it. Another really neat available feature is the variable exhaust valve system, which, believe it or not, adds 3 more horsepower. So as I sit for a second, I want to talk about some of the interior stuff. There's something you can do with the sound of the engine. It's called active sound design, and what it does is it creates how much noise you want from the engine inside the cabin. Therefore, if you're really tired and you just don't feel like dealing with it, you're just like, you know what? I want the most quiet experience as possible from the engine. All you have to do is go through the menu and select that. But if you are ready to have a bunch of fun, you can turn it on strong, which means it's the loudest it's ever gonna be. The active sound design also uses synthetic audio system generated sound and not just engine sound. Another thing, just quick note, the blinker is super satisfying. Another really intriguing available feature is the blind spot view monitor. Essentially what it is 2 little cameras that when you hit the blinker and you're trying to change lanes, it's a camera showing you if there's anybody in your blind spot. This is really handy when you're on the highway or in a tight spot. There's also the Genesis digital key, which is really interesting if you don't want to use your key fob. It's so nice, I didn't want to unpack it, but look at that. It's a nice satisfying card to hold in your hand. There's also forward collision avoidance assist, as well as rear cross-traffic collision avoidance assist. And the best thing about these features is that they're standard. They come with the car no matter what. We also have the optional heads-up display, and we also have our infotainment system. Now with the 8-speed automatic transmission, we also have paddle shifters. So I can downshift to whatever gear I want, but I'm in eco mode at the moment, so you barely hear anything until you get to the lower RPM. But one of my favorite things about the G70 is its Sport Plus mode. When you turn to Sport Plus mode, I turn it all the way and the seat bolsters tighten up a little bit. So they actually keep me in place when I'm going around corners. It's actually kind of hard to see with the naked eye, but once you're in Sport Plus mode, you are nice and comfy, but at the same time, the bolsterings keep you in place. Did you hear the turbochargers? It's just this giant whoosh that comes in later in the game in the upper RPMs. Another thing I would like to add is the G70's climate control is a very friendly physical knob system. So all you have to do to change the temperature in cabin is reach up and turn a knob. So stitched leather is optional, and in this particular one we are driving today, it has the red leather stitching, and it's the Napa leather interior. It is absolutely incredible. It looks prestigious, it feels good, it smells good in here. When you get in here, it feels expensive. It feels like you're in something twice the price than what it is. And with the black interior, with the red stitching, it really makes it pop. It really gives it a nice, luxurious feel. There's also the available feature of Brembo brakes all the way around. So braking is not an issue whatsoever. Honestly, the power band is a lot more ferocious than I expected. The twin turbo V6 like has so much bottom end torque that you are cooking right off the bat. The turbos spool up so quick. The available 19-inch sport alloy wheels have a really aggressive look to them, and it creates this equal medium of having a sporty feel along with a classy feel of the G70. She just wants to go, dude. Inside the interior, we also have an infotainment screen that is 10.25 inches. Large, easy to understand, and crystal clear. I also want to mention that they also have nature sounds you can play in the background while you're frustrated in traffic. So you can play the nature sounds of like the beach or a forest or anything along those lines, and it's like this very pleasant experience inside. You have navigation, Apple CarPlay. The Apple CarPlay is super easy to use as well. I think the rear end of the car with the theme of the quad headlamps with the quad tail lamps really works as well. I love the interior's layout. I love how symmetrical it is, how user-friendly it is. I love the door panels. There's just so much to take in when you first sit in the G70. Another thing I'd like to add is the electronically controlled suspension, which is another available option for the G70. When you're approaching corners at speeds, it really feels like you have a ton of confidence and there's not a lot of body flex in the car. So the chassis, when you're taking corners and everything, it never has this really intense body roll to it. It doesn't have this flex that makes you feel really uncomfortable. When you turn in and you have the right steering input, it just stays planted and flat, and it does not feel like anything that's unsettling. The G70 seems to have an endless list of available features, including its incredibly wide sunroof. It looks absolutely incredible when you hit the button and it comes back. It's a really satisfying thing to watch. You can also download the Genesis Connected Service mobile app on your phone. So think about this, if it's a hot day and you want to start the car and crank the AC, the car will be all ready to go and comfortable by the time you get inside. There's also the available surround view monitor, which really helps you understand your surroundings in tight spaces. So if you're trying to park somewhere you're comfortable with, there's no worry at all. You'll have all the help in the world. Paddle shifters are very, very responsive, and they do exactly what you want to do. You're not waiting a really long time for the gearbox to downshift. Actually, very responsive. Just like that. And then I just turn a knob, back to eco mode, just like that. The G70 was actually full of surprises. An incredible interior for the price, great power band, great handling, and just an overall really good package. So what do you guys think about the G70? Put it down in the comment section below, and thank you so much for watching this video. I upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.